A good day at work for me as a barrister is when I've put in the research and I've put in the time and I know every detail about my case. I know every point of law, every technical point that I need to know. And that gives me then the grounding, I suppose, the secure grounding to go in and plead my case or question witnesses in the best way possible. And then I know that I've served my client in the best way I can possibly do. And that for me is a good day. I'm constantly reminded of a thing that was said to us in King's Inns, which I like to keep as fresh in my mind as possible, is that when people come to us as barristers, they've gone to a solicitor probably before and then they come to us, but they're very vulnerable. Even if they're the most hardened business person or for whatever reason they're coming to us for help, they probably don't want to be coming to us for help, and that we have to, I suppose, guide them and be aware that they are vulnerable in whatever context that may be, and that we're there to help them to the best of our ability.
What I like about being a barrister is the variety in the work, and that applies if you're practicing at the bar or whether you're in an in-house role. You can, operate in different modes. Sometimes you're representing the interests and protecting the interests of your client. You can be, trying to push matters on and presenting issues to colleagues, so you're very much in advocacy mode. Other times you're, deep in research, or you can be drafting complex legal documents, or you can just be engaging with your legal network or your professional network. So I think there's a diversity in the role and the tasks that you have, which I think is hugely appealing.
The really satisfying part of being a barrister is assisting with people who have been dealing with very, very complex, very difficult situations over a long period of time, and helping them bring that to a finality, finding some form of resolution. Barristers are brought in when there's ambiguity, when there's real complexity in issues, and when there's conflict. So as part of that, people involved in litigation, it can be very stressful for them. The stakes can be very, very high. There can be issues about if you're a criminal practitioner in the context of their liberty, but there may be reputational issues, there may be contractual issues, there may be financial issues. And that's even before we consider the area of practice of family law, which is an area which I focus a lot on, where relationships break down, and parents are seeking a custody or access or guardianship of their children where relationships are broken down, or in certain situations are resisting applications in the interests of children involved. So the stakes can be very, very high in those situations. So being able to assist people in those situations, there's an enormous responsibility that a barrister has in assisting clients, but there's also the great privilege of being that trusted advisor and professional to assist with people at those times of significant challenge and difficulty in their lives.